Hello everyone, it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and another video for the Not2Shabby shop. I have this month's new box of the month, and this box of the month comes with 3 packs of ephemera. So there are 2 larger sized ephemera, perfect for scrapbooking or mixed media. I even used them on slimline cards. And then there's a pack that has much smaller images that you can use on A2 size cards and whatnot. Also 5x7 cards you could use the larger ones on. There's a lot of different things in the packs. There's crafty girls, and there's paintbrushes, and there's little bottles of glitter, paint tubes, and paint splattered puppies or kitties, flowers and leaves, all kinds of fun things. I love the easels, I really do. There are even a couple pieces of painted art, and I use one of those on one of my cards as well. So I'm going to show you how I made 3 cards in today's video, and then I made 3 more off camera with the pattern paper and ephemera, and I'll show them to you at the end of the video. Not2Shabby just recently had a hop to show off the new box of the month. I'll get that name for you, and I will put it on the screen if you want to hop along and see all the inspiration that the design team came up with for the hop. So the stamp sets, there's 2 in this month's box, and this one is called Color My World, and it has a few sentiments: eat, sleep, create, repeat. You color my world, smile, color outside the lines. And then that second stamp set is called Brighten My Day, and it's got some flowers on it. The other one has like a lily, and I thought of it as a tiger lily, which you'll see in a second. This cute girl holding a paintbrush, and a larger paintbrush, and a paint tube with some paint squirting out, and a mason jar of brushes. We also have a 6x6 paper pad, 24 double-sided sheets, 2 of each design, and a slimline paper pad, and this stencil from Miss Ink Stamps. And I believe the stencil is being sold separately in the shop if you wish to get just the stencil. And also a sheet of enamel drops, but they're more matte than they are enamel. So here I have used what looked to me like a tiger lily and some leaves from both stamp sets, and I used some masking to stamp out this scene here, and then I used my CP inks to watercolor with. So I put the colors up there on the screen for you guys, and I'm going to kind of skip through. I'm not going to show you every single step. I'm going to show you how I put this. This is the darkest color of these orange tones, and I'm going in and just laying it down where I think there would be the deepest amount of color and maybe some shadows, although I didn't do too much shadow wise. It was mostly just concentrating on how I wanted the flowers and the leaves to look, because every time I use anything to watercolor with, it's a learning experience for me. I try to get a little bit better at it each time I attempt it. And I am really proud of how this card turned out. I'm really happy with it. So there you have, I went in with my lightest color after the darkest and covered the entire petal. And then I went in again with the darkest and did the same spots that I did the first time. And then I went in with my medium color and spread it out a little bit from my darkest color. And I think it was good doing it that way. Instead of doing the lightest color last like I usually do, it was nice to cover the entire petal. I probably could have even gone in and covered it before I did my darkest coloring, but I kind of wanted to lay down my darkest color first. And then I did the same process with my leaves. And there I listed the colors for you guys. Went in with my darkest. And even though I haven't shown it in the video, I cut out a lot so you guys wouldn't have to watch it. I do go in a couple times if it's not dark enough for me. I waited till it dried, went in again, and went over what I had previously watercolored. So that's what it looks like there. Here is the finished product. I just used a little bit of yellow for those closed flowers down at the bottom. And now I'm making my background. So the Color My World stamp set comes with a little paint splatter. And I pulled in the same colors that I used to watercolor with. And just did my entire mini slimline card background. And this is a mini slimline card. And then I'm also going to, after I heat emboss those with clear embossing powder, I'm also going to go in with the same colors of the re-inker and add some paintbrush splatters. So after I finish doing that, we're going to pop up our fussy cut image on foam tape and place that in the center of the card. And here I am wiping off my larger paint splatters because they're heat embossed. So I'm able to wipe off any color on those that doesn't belong. So I'm going to use the Sentiment, it's a brand new day, I believe it says. And that is from the Brighten My Day stamp set. And I stamped that out and heat embossed it with clear embossing powder. And here I'm just adding a little bit of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to my foam tape. And after I place that on there, I'm going to place the Sentiment up in the center between the two sets of tall leaves. I'm going to add a few espresso colored gems, and that's it for that first card. So for the second and third cards, I really was excited to use this stencil. I love Miss Ink stencils. I love Rabbit Hole Design stencils. I really love any stencils. I'm a stencil addict, I guess you could say. So I pulled out two colors of Nuvo Embellishment mousse, and I used both the heart and the swipey part of the stencil to make two separate cards. I believe I used Pink Flambe. I know I showed you guys. I can never remember the names. It's horrible. That one was a little dry. I do add a little tiny bit of water to my embellishment mousse if it dries out and just mix it around, and it seems to pick up that moisture and work just fine for the most part. And I'm going with the same type of background for both of these cards. So I'm using pink and purple on this one, and then I'm going to use yellow and blue on the other card. And these are both A2 sized cards. I will heat emboss those just like I did with the other one. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Pull in the same two colors that I stamped out the paint splatters with and put some more smaller splatters on there. And it was the same thing for both of them. I also colored off screen two paintbrushes with the swipes to match the embellishment mousse, so it would look like we just got done painting those shapes, I guess you could say. And now I'm heat setting both stamped out sentiments. I'm using Eat, Sleep, Create, Repeat. And then I believe You Color My World. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. It's so tiny I can't read it on my tiny screen, guys. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to pop those both up on foam tape as well. The heart's going to go down at the bottom of that card, and the other one's going to go up at the top. I have put the heart one on a black, or a purple card base, I'm sorry, and the other one on a yellow card base. Pop them both up on foam tape, which I believe I just told you, and put the sentiments in two different spots, just where I thought they would look best. I added the mason jar of brushes onto the blue and yellow card, and also a paint tube, and there's my paintbrush there. Now that one doesn't have the swipe. That one comes in the Brighten My Day stamp set. The other one with the swipe comes in the Color My World stamp set. And I added a paint tube to the heart card as well. And that's it for those two. And that's really it for this video, guys. I'm going to show you the other 3 cards here that I made out of the pattern paper and the ephemera. Don't forget to follow Not2Shabby on Instagram and on YouTube, and all the design team members for tons of inspiration for these boxes, guys. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.